George Russell delivered a virtuoso performance under the lights to claim a stunning pole for Mercedes at the Singapore Grand Prix. A second place Max Verstappen out-qualified the leading McLaren drivers, claiming just Mercedes' second pole of the season and first since June. Russell delivered 2 laps in Q3 that were good enough for top spot, with his first even including a whack against the wall at the penultimate corner. Russell's final time of 1:29.158 proved to be enough to see off Verstappen, who can take solace from the fact he out-qualified Piastri and Norris, as McLaren took 3rd and 5th. But Verstappen was left frustrated by Norris, who he accused of compromising his final attempt at pole. Having completed his Q3 run already, Norris was heading back to the pit lane on a slower lap, a little way ahead of the Red Bull, but Verstappen felt that the Briton was backed off too much and the turbulent air from the McLaren had impacted him into turn 16-17 chicane. "You can thank your mate for that," said GP over the radio. That's noted, it will be remembered, but Norris dismissed saying they always complain, it's a Red Bull. Title leader Piastri will start at the head of the second row next to Antonelli in the second Mercedes, but Norris, who trails his teammate by 25 points, will be disappointed only 5th on a track where overtaking is tough. Although they showed early promise to set the Q1 pace with Hamilton, Ferrari's challenge again faded when it matters most, qualifying 6th and 7th. Hamilton will start as the lead car for the 5th time of this season on Sunday, as he out-qualified Leclerc, who nearly dropped out in Q2, but neither driver will be particularly happy with this. Hadjar, Behrman and Alonso rounded out the top 10, but after an apparent step forward, Tsunoda struggled to 15th place. Williams' Alex Albon and Sainz were 12th and 13th respectively, but were disqualified due to a DRS infringement on both cars, so they'll be at the back. It was a fortnight ago though on the streets of Baku that Russell had fought off a weekend-long illness to deliver a strong race to finish second to Verstappen in the race, and although his Singapore weekend didn't start promisingly when the Briton crashed in Friday's second practice session, Russell was right back on the pace from Saturday's closely fought hour of practice. He then quickly confirmed his status as a leading pole contender under Marina Bay floodlights in qualifying, initially lapping second fastest to Hamilton in Q1. Russell outpaced Verstappen in Q2, and then despite clipping a turn 17 wall with his right rear tyre, immediately uncorked that with the start of Q3 that was 4 tenths faster than anyone seen to that point. He then found just a tiny smidgen more on his final attempt to be fast. It's amazing to be on pole, said Russell. Yesterday was very challenging for many different reasons, but to come back and get a really good result. A long sweaty race, but I know there's potential in the car. Kimi was doing an amazing job all weekend. I gained a lot to see what he was capable of today. Since receiving his first public criticism from Toto Wolff at Monza, Antonelli's now qualified 4th twice in a race, so improvements, but it's now 3 races in a row without a pole for McLaren, who never appeared to have the pace to get on terms with Mercedes or Red Bull. They've qualified 3.5 tenths away from pole, and Stella said we enter qualifying to achieve a pole, but we see a pattern. We have lots of braking bumps and curves. We saw in Canada and Baku now today that on this track they are other cars and competitors. Still a good position for the race. Given Verstappen, who needs to take big chunks out of his points deficit in every race, starts only 1 place, it'll be important for him to get the win. Piastri though said, I would have wanted more today, but I don't think we have 4 tenths to get pole. Ultimately pretty happy. It's been a good clean weekend so far, and that's all I can ask. Norris has been fighting his own battle and said, I'm better today. Yesterday I struggled a bit, it hit me pretty quickly. I know I'm probably not optimal, but no excuses for today. Others have improved. Mercedes have done a good job. Red Bull have been good the last 2 weekends. Nothing is a surprise. Needing at best just 1 car on the podium or 2 cars in the top 7, it would now be a huge surprise if McLaren didn't wrap up the championship on Sunday. But returning to a race winning ways for the first time since the end of August, to deny either Russell or Verstappen glory at Marina Bay appears likely to be a tough ask for them. And before I go, let me run you through the classification from the session. And Russell on pole, yeah, it's a bit of a surprise that I didn't see that coming, but a great job from Russell. He'll be absolutely delighted with that. Verstappen second, I think he'll be pretty pleased. Hopefully he can get a win tomorrow, and a win would be massive. Piastri third, probably pretty happy to see Verstappen just in front of him and Norris behind him. Antonelli as well, good improvements from him. I think he'll be relatively happy with that, even with his teammate on pole. Norris fifth will be disappointed. He'd have wanted more from that session, especially on a track that's tough to overtake. Hamilton did well to out-qualify Leclerc, but Ferrari looked strong and then their pace was just evaporated as qualifying went on. Hadjar probably got the maximum out of it there. Behrman as well, very impressive. Alonso to get into Q3 will be happy with that. Hulkenberg, a bit of improved qualifying from him to get into 11th. Hasn't really done it a lot in qualifying recently. Williams will be furious with that DRS issue, cost them a decent chance at points and made tomorrow very tough. Lawson didn't quite have the taste of his teammate. Tsunoda, really frustrating for him. It felt like a step forward for him in Baku, but it's gone back to normal here. Bortoleto was away behind Hulkenberg today, and that'd be frustrating given where he's been in recent races. Stroll, kind of similar. similar story. The Alpine not having much pace, and Ocon, really struggling compared to his teammate Behrman, which will be frustrating for him. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on our socials. Link in the description below for daily F1 news, meme, and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.